Today we are going to learn about the chapter 1 of class 10th history. The chapter name is The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. So in this video we are going to just overlook that how the nationalism took rise in Europe. So have you ever seen the Statue of Liberty? It is one of the most enduring symbol of United States of America. It emerged from the circumstances where the basic rights of people were being denied. So this makes the Statue of Liberty a perfect symbol of freedom. So the next here you see, this is a very famous painting called Universal Democratic and Social Republic by a French painting artist whose name is Frédéric Soriot. So he had visualized a utopian world made up of democratic and social republic. Now the question here arises that what is a utopian world? So a utopian is a perfect society that is unlikely to actually exist. So if you just look carefully in this painting, Frédéric Soriot shows people of different countries and all walks of life marching towards the Statue of Liberty. And each of them are wearing their national costume and carrying their revolutionary flags. So the country leading the procession are the United States of America and Switzerland. They are followed by the French people holding the revolutionary tricolor, which has just reached the Statue of Liberty. So by this time the revolution had taken place in France, and France is followed by the German people with their flag. Other countries of Europe such as the two kingdoms of Sicily, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary and Russia are behind Germany. So the rumble in the foreground signifies the end of absolutist institution and monarchy. So this another remarkable part of this print is the angels, saints and Christ on the top of this picture, who are looking at this group of people, and it seems that they are showing their blessings on them. So Frédéric Soriot has used Christ and the angels to emphasize the fraternity among the nations of the world. So this print is a path of breaking as it reflects the era of revolution that marked Europe in the 19th century. So during the 19th century, Europe was undergoing a phase of major transition. So the longer pressed peasantry here refers to the landless or lower class laborer, had begun to question in the landed aristocracy and feudal system. On the other hand, rapid industrialization has given birth to a middle class consisting of industrialists, businessmen and professionals. So in the process of these changes, the educated, liberal-minded middle class wanted to overthrow the absolutist rules. This mindset of bringing together people together gave rise to the idea of nation state. So the first visible expression of nationalism ever was the outbreak of the French Revolution in 1789. So here are the meanings of few words that we have used in this chapter. So go through it as well. Like utopian, as I have told you, it is a vision of society that is unlikely to exist. Monarchy refers to the kingship. Absolutism, it is a form of government or a system which has a lot of uncontrolled power, and the normal people are not allowed to interfere in that. Next is the fraternity. Fraternity means sharing common interests or common ideas. Next is your peasantry. Peasantry means small agricultural landless laborer. Aristocracy means the high class people in the society. Next is your feudal system. Feudal system here refers to a structure of society and the relationship between them to derive all sorts of services from each other. Here you see on the top of this feudal pyramid is the king, below them is the noble and the church official, below them is the knights or the warriors you can say, and at the last are the serfs and the peasants, those who belongs to the lower class community. So in this part we had just read about the we had just read about that how the nationalism arise. Now in the next part we will look after that how the French Revolution and the ideas of nation started to emerge. Thank you.